Hello all, my name is Joseph Webster, and today I am going to give you my Persuasive Speech number 2 for my public speaking class at Jefferson Technical and Community College in downtown Louisville. All right, here we go. Public speaking has long been an important part of American life. From Martin Luther King Jr. to Lyndon B. Johnson, public speaking has shaped the way our country has functioned. Since COVID-19, however, this has changed drastically. After the pandemic, classes changed from an in-person format to an online presence. This has negatively affected the way that students learn. This is especially true when it comes to public speaking. For the first time in American history, we can see everyday people are doing mass public speaking without even having to see the people they are talking to. This can lead to many issues and create inefficiencies in these people's public speaking skills that they may not have otherwise. This can be seen when it comes to politicians such as Joe Biden or Donald Trump, any politician really, or business leaders or students. Public speaking classes have taken a turn for the worse because of this online treatment, and public speaking classes should turn back to being in person because online classes can lead to a lack of motivation, encourage depression, and create a false sense of security when speaking in front of crowds. Having an online class, especially one in which interpersonal interaction is essential to student mental health. One of these classes is public speaking. Without this day-to-day connection with others, depression can set in, especially for students who don't have too much going on at home. According to the National Library of Medicine, with the introduction of online learning during the COVID-19 pandemic, mental health problems experienced a significant increase, especially student stress. Along with this increase of stress due to a lack of peer connection, thinkfic.com states that online learning requires much more self-control to accomplish and can be much harder to focus on doing. This combination can both cause students to have a lack of motivation and or have a false sense of security in their public speaking skills. Because of their lack of experience speaking to an audience, students in public speaking who are making A's may not actually have the necessary public speaking skills that this class would require in person because there is no way for them to read their audience as they are presenting, and it is much more difficult for their peers to give them feedback on their performance. Without this positive feedback, students may find doing their work and assignments to be draining, and they can lose motivation. Now, this can mostly be because they don't have anyone to talk to, and they just feel like they're doing it for nothing, and they're talking to a wall. Talking to a phone or camera can also create a false sense of security because they don't get this feedback. This false sense of security and lack of confidence will also greatly affect students in their post-college jobs and lives. A lawyer who is taking his classes online and does not possess the necessary skills to speak in front of a court will not have a great chance at proving his client innocent. A doctor who is afraid of speaking to patients and telling them the bad news he has to because he's scared will not be able to do his job properly and will rely heavily on others to do his job. A manager who cannot convey her messages to the people under her and those who work for her will be inefficient in her job. Really, to conclude all of this, the National Library of Medicine states that all sectors must immediately adapt to their circumstances and needs, including education. The education system needs to be adjusted immediately so that mental health problems, especially student stress, can be fixed. While I do agree with this statement partially, I do not think we need to necessarily adapt online classes. I think we need to get rid of them, and I think we need to bring back in-person public speaking classes specifically. Because without our in-person peer feedback, we will not be able to fine-tune our public speaking skills. Without student-to-student interaction, certain students can become depressed and have mental health problems rise. And without social class structure and people to present to our speeches to, our motivation for this class can begin to dwindle. My name is Joseph Webster, and thank you for listening to my Not TED TED Talk. Have a great day, all. Bye.